Hi, welcome. So in this video, we are going to look at the where clause. So in the last video, we looked at select from, and then you understood how to do basic select commands. So now we are going to go to where, and I'm also going to show you the equivalent of that in Excel for those who maybe understand Excel, but they are very new to SQL. So where would just be like you're filtering out some certain rows in Excel. So let's just go straight to the computer and then we talk about the where statement. So I'll just create a new query here. So one thing which is very important to know are those basic operators. So let me just let's just review them there, maybe for those who are beginners. So I want to do a long comment. That's why I'm writing like that. If you've looked at that in previous videos, so you can always go back and check the previous videos. So here I want to say equal to. So there's equal to, and that is this. Let me just put like that. Then this is the sign. So we know that that is equal to. So these are just things that not equal to. These are just things that we just want to remind ourselves, not equal to. So it's not different from what we saw in Excel, how we write not equal to. It could be written like this. And then another way of writing it is load these signs like this. So, and again, if you remember, less than could be written like this, less than like this, and then less than or equal to written like this. So less than, equal to, greater than is written like this. Then you have greater than or equal to, also written like this. Greater than, equal to, also written like that. So these are just to recall that these are the operators. So if, for example, let's just get this same from the staff demographic. Let's just get this here, for example, or just this one would still be okay. I'll just go and modify it there. So let's just get this here. So we can just say select star, let's select everything. Then from the staff DB demographic. So if I run this is what we get. And if you remember, we could save this and then we are able to open it up in Excel. So I already saved that here, so I can save it as a CSV or as an Excel spreadsheet. I already saved it here, so you can always save it again there. Then now you want to replace it, we saved in the previous video, so it's already open here. So this is it, it's open here. So if I click here and then I unhide all the columns here, Control Z, then I unhide. So it's already here. So what does the where clause actually do? The where clause is like a filter in Excel. So I'm just using it so that you are able to get the reference and maybe understand it faster. So if, for example, we are filtering that, for example, where maybe James, for example. So what we are actually saying in SQL is that where the first name equals to James, and then we also want to select everything. So we could still say where the first name equals to James, and we just want to see just this one. So remember, don't mix up. So select will be, okay, this is what I want you to see. The columns that I want you to see is select. But where is like the filtering the thing I want to filter this data with is the where. So let's just unhide here. So we want to see where the first name equals to James. So that is what it's doing here. So we say select staff from staff demographic. Then we use the where clause, where now first name here. So you take first name. It's going to show you first name equals, now you say maybe James. Close that bracket. So when we run this, we get just the exact thing here. We get it here. So your where is like filtering. So it's filtering where maybe this equals to James. So you can also use now your not equal to. So we could say select star from where first name is not equal to James. So as we do that, we run it, run that. So as we expect, we would have every name here except James. James was 102. So there's no James here. So again, if you understood it, it's like we are selecting here except James, not equal to James. So it takes everything. There's no 102 here. It takes everything except James. So that where is like a filter. And then again, you could use it maybe for age. You're saying select where, since it's an integer, you can use the greater than here. So we can say maybe age is greater than, let's say 35. So here we are going to say where age is greater than 35. And then we just put this age because we can't use it on the numbers. So age greater than 35, we run this. So we get all that the age is greater than 35, same as if you had it here. You must have understood now that we just needed to take the 35 and greater than 35, so 38, 40, and then we have that. So the select, the where would behave like you're filtering out columns in Excel. So if you haven't looked at filtering and sorting in this 90 days of analytics challenge, we have already done tutorials on that. So you can just go back a couple of videos before, you would see how to filter and sort in Excel so that you tie the two concepts together. Same thing with the less than. So the less than again would just be maybe where age is less than 35. Then we run it. And then we get the 25, 29, 30, 33, 27. So anything less than 35 is not considered here. So it's just the same principle. So it instead takes from here, instead this ones, and then it takes out this other one. So it's like filtering in Excel. So you can always go back and check that. Here you get this, and then you get the same thing here. So it could also be greater than and equal to. So which means 35 should be included in this case. So if we say maybe less than and equal to or greater than and equal to, when we run it, we now get even 35 is included here. So it's the same as going here and clicking and adding 35 to it, so that you have less than equal to 35, so that 35 is part of it. So now you've seen the less than, greater than, and equal to. So another thing that you can look at now is the and. So you can also look at the and then we are also going to look at maybe or. So here we are just going to, let me go back here. So if we do select staff from just that, now let's run it. Again, it's always good to run just to have a view of your database. So we could maybe put two conditions. So if you, for example, here with the Excel, you can say you want to have two conditions where this is the equal to female maybe, and then the number is also 103. Let's just take 103. So you get this output. So if you go here, you can do the same thing. You say select star from this where gender equals to, now put female as a text, female, gender equals to female, okay, I'm pronounce my capital letters, okay, but female. Then now, and then you can also add a condition, so it's just good to have a space like this so that we know it's under the where and staff ID, staff ID, staff ID, then equal to, now we set 103. Since it's a number, you don't need to put it in brackets. So let's run it. So we get the Nina Carell 30, and which is the same thing here, Nina Carell 30. So you've used your and you can be able to get those conditions. So there could be many conditions. It could be and female and this and that. So you now know that you can add an and here on this where, just to have a filter with many columns. So it's like a filter, the where. Also, you could have used the or. So an or could be like here. So let's just say, we could say get where the staff ID is 103 or the staff ID is say 106, for example. So we can go back here. Then we say we want to select where staff ID, yeah, or you could still say where gender equals to female or staff ID 104. So if you run that, you would get, let me get the or. So I'll just put them in capital letters so that we keep the commands with capital letters. So or, run that. So you get the two conditions, either is female, so all the females, or you have 104. So that's how you get this. So let's say, for example, if we go here and then we check on, let me just take something here, male. So a male would be Michael 101. So it's either female or a 101. So if we go here and then we say 101 and run it, so we get every other female or the only male because of the 101 condition that is here. So just remember where it's like your filtering in Excel. If you're more used to Excel, select is like getting, hiding or unhiding entire columns or rows, and then the distinct the limit is like hiding the rows here, while the select is like hiding the columns. So we are going to continue with other things that you can use in where in the next video, like using the in or like to simplify a couple of things. So I hope you've been able to understand the where so that you know its difference between the where and the select. And then we are going to continue with the where in the next video using other things like in or like, which are also interesting. So see you next video. Wish you good data luck.